Hello and welcome to Dice Punks, a tabletop role-playing podcast where we focus on playing full campaigns in less well-known systems. This week in episode 0, though, we've got something of a special treat. A one-shot in a game called Psionics, which is based on a system called, coincidentally enough, Dice Punk. This is part 2 of episode 0, so if you haven't listened to part 1 yet, you'll probably want to hear that first. There's also something I want to mention about the process of recording this one-shot that makes an appearance in part 2 here, which is that the Dice Punks record in our homes in various places across the United States, and in one of those homes, the power went out for upwards of 10 hours right in the middle of our recording session. So you'll hear the spot where we had to reconvene some days later to finish the one-shot, but I hope it won't end up being too disruptive to your listening experience. Without further ado, we rejoin our beleaguered teens just following a tragic turn of events. Thanks for joining us. And there is the loud sound of a precision rifle shot from a little ways away, and it doesn't arrive until after Dr. De Silva has already slumped to the ground, one of her eyes replaced by an exit wound.
So is she slumped over? Is she breathing? Is she all right? Do I need to do a first aid roll to find that out?
She is.
She has an exit wound.
It takes just a glance. She is fully dead. Like, not all of her brain is still in her head.
That's going to take Sam a breath longer to grok than most people. Like, there's going to be a moment of, she might be okay.
Here's the thing, too. As I mentioned earlier, one of the sort of foibles of the overflow system is that intense emotions can add to your overflow meter.
Why do you always do this to us?
Because it's a mechanic in the game, and it also is related to gaining character advancement very, very quickly. If this happens to you, then you not only get some overflow, you also get what are called, I believe, character advancement or color advancement points or caps toward one of your new psionic abilities. So
color advancement because the psionic trees are color coded.
Correct, yes. Thank you for clarifying that. Telekinesis is blue, psychokinesis is green, and pyrokinesis is red. And they sort of advance separately under these circumstances. So the tiers for emotional intensity here, in terms of reactions, are major frustration, anger, fear, revulsion, significant physical pain is a lower tier. Extreme versions of any of those things, especially in the presence of helplessness, is the middle tier. And then explosive rage, total unthinking terror and panic, genuine all-consuming hatred and lust for revenge, blinding jealousy and envy, especially in the presence of seemingly total helplessness, is the highest tier. I will leave this to be a roleplay decision to you guys.
I think that Rue will probably suffer from that first tier because they have just killed 5 people, but this person they know and like, but also death seems okay to them.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is middle tier for Sam.
Middle tier for Lane, yeah.
Sam is probably not as freaked out as some might be, but the urge to protect people he cares about is definitely a serious drive for him.
High tier for Nick, considering that he was just learning about the collapse.
Bronze Age civilization.
And,
this is the end of Nick's personal Bronze Age.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
His
no.
Bronze Age has collapsed now that Dr. De Silva is very obviously dead directly in front of him.
Where did we put Lane on this?
Mid.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Middle, okay.
Well-liked colleague, also, what the fuck, they're trying to attack children under my care.
Yeah. Okay.
Also me.
So I'm going to make a couple of rolls at the lower ends of these because I don't want anybody to just arbitrarily die in the middle of
You don't want us to actually overflow?
one shot.
You don't want us to gun Sephiroth.
I want it to be a possibility, but I would prefer it if, and I'm going to follow the dice here, but I would prefer it if this puts you in a position where you had to dramatically overflow to save your friends later. That's not what happens. That's not what happens. We're demoing the mechanics as much as anything here. So, for Rue, you gain, what is that? 9 overflow, and you gain 20 caps.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
going to be
cool.
in red for you. Sam, you gain, oh boy, 20 overflow,
Woof.
and that is 24,
I made a horrible decision.
54 blue caps.
I'm sorry, where are those? Oh, I see it. I see exactly where they're noted. Ignore my question and instead proceed with the story.
Lane, you get 27 overflow, and
So that leaves me 3 away from overflow. Cool.
you get 40. I believe it's going to be red caps for you as well.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't used any psychokinesis, so.
It would be very fourth wall breaking for Sam to yell, Mr. Drummond, don't gun Sephiroth on us.
I will also say I completely forgot about this until just now, and that's my bad. You guys should have been getting appropriately colored caps every time you used a psionic ability. So it's
Okay.
going to be a smattering, but it may make enough of a difference. You can ballpark it. My fault for forgetting.
How
to
many
bring it up.
caps per thing? Level?
1.
Okay.
Just 1 per use, regardless of the level.
Yeah, I've
So
used
each
4
time
there.
you've used a thing, you gained 1 in that color.
I'm going to say did I use 4 things or 5 things? It's in that ballpark.
Probably
Yeah.
4.
ballparking
Yeah,
it is
I
fine.
used 4.
Okay. So that would mean I'm at 58 caps, let the record show.
So I think your threshold is probably 60, isn't it?
I think that's true.
Yeah. So that would be the threshold for getting a
New thing.
a new one. Unfortunately, I believe that these bursts don't stick around. They sort of ebb if they don't hit the threshold. But I now have enough dice to roll for Nick. Speaking of hitting the threshold.
Yes, and I'm just gonna throw it out to the kindness of our DM that I only have 32.
The lower
overflow
end of
slots
the
left.
high emotional intensity one is 9d6 overflow gained. So I'm rolling
I think-
9d6.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was
96.
96. Yeah.
I heard
I thought that
96,
was
like the
96 as
number,
well.
not like. Yeah.
I definitely, me
just,
too. I was
my
like, oh,
soul
Nick is
briefly
dead. That's
lost him.
interesting.
I mean, I think possibly.
Yeah. Don't kill Nick this soon.
He do be counting.
Yeah.
I am being true to the character. I'm just throwing
24
that out there.
overflow.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Yeah. I think
Boy,
I'm
it's still
closest
kicking.
to, falling out.
How many? I have
have
like 8.
3.
I have 8 until.
It's cool, you guys. Just leave the fire stuff to Rue.
I'm actually, I'm in
that's-
decent shape here. I was using,
get-
yeah.
98 green caps.
Holy sh!
Wow.
If they pass
And
your
how can we
threshold
use this?
for your green psionic ability, you can actually learn, basically gain a level. Oh, because you're at 5 and not at 3. Yeah. She put all of her
wow.
Yes.
Yep.
characters' stuff into just the one. So, yeah, it's higher. Okay. So, nobody overflowed?
Nope. Not yet.
Not as yet.
Nobody overflowed
Well,
yet.
In that case, you guys have a very small amount of time to decide what it is you're going to do in response to this sharpshooter.
I'm gonna run for the fence, I think.
Okay.
Can I skateboard
It's
to the
grass.
fence?
It'd be over
I-
grass,
Damn
I'm
it.
sorry.
I say get cover.
Yeah, unfortunately, between the buildings, so the gym still on fire. You'd have to go past it, give it a wide berth to get to the fence, especially in the back. The direction that the shot came from, if you're facing the school from the road, is from the left. And you guys are kind of on that side of the courtyard vaguely. You could go the other way too, though, putting the gym between you and the sharpshooter. But all of the kids following Vanessa are already circling around the left of the gym.
And reiterate,
and
we
already-
cannot see the shooter.
You cannot see the shooter. You know which direction it came from in like kind of a 90-degree arc. And everybody that was hauling for the fence while Dr. De Silva was coordinating with you guys, they are out in the open.
From how far away did the shot
It was far
come?
enough
Do we
that
know?
you heard the report after the bullet had already hit. Well, more than 9 yards, yes. Well, more than 9 yards.
I just
Can I scan
Um,
had to
for
check.
surface thoughts of who might be the shooter in order to figure out where they are?
Possibly. How far does that go?
Line of sight.
Oh yeah. That's a thing.
Okay. All right. I think you can.
Okay.
So, read
One
surface
drain, one
thoughts.
one overflow point.
There you go. And one PowerPoint.
Oh yeah.
But I assume that was implied.
No. Oh yeah. One power point, one drain, one overflow. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Concentrate for one turn. Now you'll also make a psychokinesis test. So that's 2d6 under
Wits.
wits plus.
Yep. So under 9. That is 9 exactly. So ties go to the defender.
Okay.
Wait, no. I will synchronicity it,
Okay.
which allows me to reroll.
Indeed.
That is an 8. Slightly better.
Okay. You scan around, and there is another report, and it appears that the kids were narrowly missed. They all dropped to the ground, and people start shouting and screaming, and that gives you just enough to hone in on that you spot it. Been in the background of your vision since you came to the school, there is a cell phone tower kind of out in the middle of a cornfield a little ways away from the school grounds, and that seems to be where the sharpshooter is stationed. Interestingly, as you watch, it takes you a second to figure out what's happening because you do then hear it, but you hear far off rapid fire reports, and the top of the cell tower takes like what seems like 1,000,000 bullet hits. You can't see from this distance what may have happened to anybody in the little sharpshooter's nest up there, but there are no immediately following reports. Either they were killed or injured, or they're having to abandon their position. Somebody just really opened up on the top of this thing.
Good. I will reiterate, get cover.
Everybody presumably doing that, or
Yeah, I think
I'll roll
so.
stealth while I'm at
Yeah,
it. Just
but
'cause.
I'm gonna ask, where is it coming
Cell
from?
tower.
all right. So everybody is heading to cover. The
Can I get a turn?
sure wasn't trying to keep you from getting one.
Remote control only specifies line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
No eye contact needed. And the cell tower, is it within my line of
It
sight?
is within your line of sight. I don't know if it would make a difference that you can't distinguish a person visually on it. Okay. I'm going to rule that this is a focused and personal enough thing that it would be difficult to do without being able to discern the person themselves.
Okay.
There is, as you are sort of focusing on it, trying to see if you can see it, another burst of rapid gunfire toward the top of this thing from somewhere on the ground. Everybody has sort of taken cover. The students who are headed toward the back fence have tried to like either crawl or dive into some sort of shrubs or along the side of the classroom building and are hunkering down. You could hear sporadic gunfire from within the classroom building, but it seems to be dying down. At about that moment, the nearest, which isn't to say particularly close to you, say 20 yards away, door into the courtyard from the 7th through 12th grade classroom building opens up, and Principal Knockan steps out of it, looking around the courtyard with kind of a thin-lipped frown, and he sort of glances around. His head kind of jerks back when he hears another burst of rapid-fire shots at that cell tower. And he doesn't seem to see you guys immediately, and he just says, "Well, this is just great. Ugh, totally foobar." He nods to somebody behind him in the door, and two armed men in what look like bomb disposal armored suits step up behind him. They're carrying belt-fed sort of man-portable machine guns, and they seem to have a lot of tactical gear kind of in pouches and belts and things. And Knockan just says, "Stay close together, round up any survivors. Don't get too far away from me. If you find anyone, it's probable that they'll be able to, well, And he nods with his chin at the carnage of the courtyard where you guys had your fight with those two detachments before. One of the other soldiers says something muffled by his armor, and Knockan rounds on him and says, "No, I don't care. Get them out of the helicopter. We need all hands on deck." And the guy turns to a radio in his collar as they start moving down the breezeway, looking around. You guys have probably just enough time for like a reaction before they start searching in earnest. And even if they don't find you guys, it seems likely they're going to find at least some of the kids.
I'm gonna light some firecrackers and throw them in the opposite direction of us and the children.
Okay, that's just going to be a probably strength roll just for the distance.
No, that's a 6.
All right. I mean, you do throw them, and you throw them away from you. It doesn't have quite the stealth game effect that you would have wanted it to have of having them go run toward the firework.
Before they explode, can I TK push them further?
I think you can.
Synchronicity it? Or wait,
I don't think
have
you do,
synchronicity.
yeah.
I have.
Sorry.
No, I have good luck.
But you can TK push them for sure. And in fact, if you'll just roll that TK test, we'll have that go. I will say that in the time that you guys were out of combat and since Dr. De Silva got shot, you've probably lost 4 overflow. So everybody can take 4 overflow off their meter.
Oh, good.
That's very
That
helpful.
helps.
A little.
So I rolled an 8 plus 3 for TK, so that would be 11.
So this was a check. So you were rolling
gotcha.
under your. I think it still works.
Under my
just to let
will,
you know.
so that I matched it.
So you push these further, and they sort of like land just by the door that leads out of the administrative building into the courtyard, and pow! And they immediately assume like combat postures facing in that direction. And you guys have the drop if you want it.
I am going to look to Sammy
Mhm.
and say, "Look out for me," and then remote control. Because there's only 2 of them, right? And are they fairly close to
Yes,
each
they're
other?
all kind of bunched up.
Okay. I'm going to remote control, and to whichever one is slightly out of the line of sight of the other.
All right, so let's see. This is a psychokinesis attack.
Mm-hmm.
While you're figuring that out, I will say Sam is watching over Nick, as no one has ever watched over anyone before. Full Mamoru.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I cannot do anything. My body has gone slack.
Yeah, like I take the posture of a bodyguard. I'm sort of
So this
ready.
is
Duke's
5
up.
power points, 5 overflow, 2 drain, and a psychokinesis attack. So 2d6 plus 5 for you.
Okay. I'm taking care of all my drain and stuff right now. I am really going to have to stop doing stuff like this in a moment.
Yeah.
Thanks to the death of our beloved teacher. Okay, so 2d6 plus psychokinesis level, correct? I got 11.
Okay. Roll your will. 1d6 plus your will. And
My will is strong.
well, and you have a pretty good shot at
I
this.
got a 10.
Okay, yeah.
I only rolled a 1, but my will is
You have
9.
taken over the body of the bomb disposal looking dude on the right. For everybody else, what
Alright.
seems to happen? I mean, what does Nick do to invoke this? Just eyes real wide, or is there like fingers on the sides of the head, or?
I'm going to put the fingers on the side of my head as I invoke it. My eyes roll back into my head, and then I just drop.
Completely insensate. So you are now in the body of this soldier who is standing next to another soldier and Principal Knockan, and they are the other two are looking around in defensive postures. You are like sort of jerk a little bit as you get the balance of the combat crouch that your new body is in. Your action.
I am, I imagine their weapons are at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to pivot and shoot the other guy point blank.
All right. So this is fun because you are using his heavy weapon skill.
Yes, his stats, hopefully, because I don't have any heavy weapon
So
skills.
roll 2d6 and let me know what you get.
2 6s!
Wow. All right. So
Holy shit. Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
give me just a second.
I will say, while you're figuring it out, because subtlety is for cowards, when Nick falls, Sam catches him, like Pietà style.
Wonderful. Okay. This is going to be 4d6 damage.
Oof, 9.
Okay. Now roll that 2 more times because this is a fully automatic weapon.
Okay.
This is the happiest day.
Jeez.
Okay, so I have 15.
Total.
No, that
So
was
24
the second
total.
roll.
Okay.
24 total. And then this next roll is 16.
So 40 total damage.
40 total damage. Swiss cheese. This guy is just gone.
Chain gun cha-cha.
Oof.
Yeah. So also for our listeners, I will say I have fudged the fully automatic rules a little bit. There are rules for recoil and whatnot, but we've been going on long enough that I'm trying to economize where I can. So just know that there are more detailed combat rules if that is your jam than I am using right now, with apologies. So yeah, the other guy in the armor is Swiss cheese, and the principal whips around and doesn't even say anything like, "What do you think you're doing?" or anything. He simply takes his left hand and wrenches the like sort of shield mask off of your new body's head, plants his hand on the face, and your new body drops dead. You are catapulted unceremoniously back into your old body.
Rude. So that means I'm going to fill my overflow gauge by 5d6 from the trauma.
Oh boy.
And also,
Thanks
it
for
means
that.
that the principal's a necrokinetic.
It does mean that.
Yeah, Nick is overflowed.
Yeah, do go ahead and roll.
I rolled.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear it, so I didn't think you had.
12, and I only had 6.
Okay, so 6 over, so... Okay, really quick. Lane, roll wits for me.
Oh shit. Snake eyes.
Okay. On a rolling low test, that is a critical success. Thinking quickly, you see that Nick sort of convulses and then starts to like tremble, and you can feel your skin crawl on these pulses, and you go, look left, look right, you see the inhaler. You grab the inhaler and grab the back of Nick's head and just 2 sort of quick bursts in there. Nick's kind of starting to hyperventilate, so, and then you feel it sort of go. Those were the last 2 hits in that inhaler.
Those were the last 2 hits in the inhaler.
The inhaler is empty now.
I just got my EpiPen.
And Nick is at max overflow -1.
Oh, thank you, benevolent DM.
I look at Nick, look at Lane, look at Nick, look at Lane. Smile.
You are still sort of like trembling and like tremoring, but you are not overflowing currently.
I don't think I can walk.
Yeah, and again, for our listeners at home, this is a little bit of fudging. The use of drugs and pharmaceuticals in this game is statted out pretty heavily, and I don't think inhalers are in it. But some of them do reduce your overflow. They tend to have knock-on effects, and in this case, I am hand-waving that to just be that you're effectively in shock and unable to function normally for a little while. But you are also not murdering all your friends by making their heads explode, which is probably what would have happened in what the rulebook creatively calls the obliteradius.
That would have been very sad, considering that I was very close to all of them.
So, Nakan, now by himself, is looking around wildly for where somebody who could have puppeteered his soldier there could have come from. But before anybody can really do much of anything, there is an almighty grating crashing sound, and a car that is fairly familiar to Sam comes crashing through the fence. It sort of skids to one side, leaving wheel marks in the sod, and it comes to rest with sort of the back end facing toward Nakan, and the driver's door facing toward the hedges you guys are hidden in. And you see your grandmother sitting in the driver's seat of this car with her refurbished Gatling gun in the passenger seat. The passenger window is shattered out.
This is something that in a longer campaign probably the listener would already know, but my grandma is a real talented engineer. She makes all kinds of cool stuff. This thing's especially cool, though.
I think we throw it here over to Sam to begin for us, because we ended last time with my power going out immediately upon you beginning to explain the presence of this car, elderly lady, and Gatling gun to your friends.
Which I shall. So the car is very close to us, right? Like it's
15 feet away.
15 feet away? All right. So, the first thing I say is, Gramby! Then I explained what the hell I meant by that. I explained that this car, that's my grandma. I was just thinking, actually, the situation we're in could really use my grandma. She makes all kinds of cool stuff. And specifically, there's a big gun she's been working on that I've been meaning to try out. So it looks like things are going to be okay. Then I go
hell yeah. Fucking rad grandma.
She's the best.
As you say things are going to be okay, your explanation to your friends here has pinpointed you for Principal Nakan, and he extends a hand scowling towards the car and crushes an invisible object in his hand. I'm going to do a little bit of rolling for him. Let's see. That is...
just for clarification, what should I be calling your grandmother?
This is inaudible over the sound of the engine block being crumpled like an empty aluminum can. The interior of the car is okay. Your grandmother gets thrown around a little bit by all of this, but Principal Nakan has essentially, like, you can almost see where, like, gas and oil and transmission fluid are squirting out between sort of like imaginary fingertips as he sort of crushes this thing like a citrus fruit in his hand. The car will never run again.
There's a brief moment where probably this is the first time anyone present has seen Sam not smiling. And then he runs over to the car.
You hear from the car your Granby, who you know to be sometimes somewhat quick to anger, but generally not terribly foul-mouthed. She tends to do like Home Alone pseudo-swears, if she gets particularly frustrated. But in this case, you can hear her, in sort of the same basically characteristic tone. That son of a bitch, my car! Oh, I will. And then you hear some rustling around. In the meantime, I think everybody probably needs to roll initiative so that we can have this showdown between you and your erstwhile principal.
What was initiative again?
2d6 plus speed times 2.
Okay, the additives there, speed times 2. All right. 12.
23.
I legitimately just rolled 2 ones, just for the record. So speed times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10.
You should probably also say yours out loud too.
Oh, mine's 19.
Joanne.
Sorry.
I have 12.
You're
I think
too
that's...
shocked by what has happened.
I'm gonna say,
your
yeah.
Graham swear. Or Granby, is that what we call her?
Granby,
Called
I
her
think.
Granby, yeah.
That's so
That's a
cute.
marvelous
like an
name.
M. And I didn't catch
23.
Lane's initiative. 23.
Ooh.
Damn.
Well, perhaps unsurprisingly, Lane is going to be going first here. So the car and Nakan are on roughly opposite sides of you. Nakan is very near the entrance from the courtyard into the administration building of the school. And then there's kind of a middle point of the line. There's where you guys are. And then about 15 feet on the other side of you is where the car has crashed through the fence, although it will no longer be useful as an escape vehicle for obvious reasons. Take it away.
So point of order question. How much have we recovered in the out-of-combat time as far as power points drain, etc.?
I believe that the 4 overflow I gave you guys back just a little while ago before Nakan showed up was the extent of it. Very little time has elapsed since then.
I'm going to raise his temperature.
All right. So go ahead. I believe you have to
Yeah,
roll
it's a psionic
for
attack,
the precise amount.
and that is
So
14.
that will just do it. So your
3d6.
3d6 for
Yep.
temperature raised.
My dice are
Excellent.
running away from me.
Dice do that from time to
Not
time, I
just
find.
from time to time for me.
Did you ever find the one you lost, Adam?
No, I still have not found the die I lost. It is somewhere back in this corner by the
Miscellaneously in
windows.
another. So that
Pretty
is,
much.
Sorry, mine just blank. That is 16 on the 3d6, and I believe he also takes damage as a result of that.
He does. Sustain 5 damage for every 3 degrees a character's temperature is raised. So how many degrees was his temperature raised?
I believe I said 16.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong there.
So that's going to
I've already
be
picked up the
20.
dice.
I think you got
Okay.
it.
I was
Cool.
reading, so I was not catching it with my full attention. So that is, I believe, 5
So
times...
25 damage.
25 damage, yeah. Which is considerable. Make sure to take your overflow,
yes.
drain, and
I
spend your
can
power points.
passively hold this for one more turn.
Well, if you can keep doing 25 damage, that's pretty considerable. Fairly healthy characters have somewhere in the vicinity of 40 or 50.
25 damage would take me out flat.
True. You are a little bit of a glass cannon, as are actually most of our characters. I think Sam is the major exception.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hi.
He is an iron cannon.
He's an actual cannon.
Yeah,
Just a
wheeled
literal
out.
cannon, yeah. A cannon who moves like a man.
And acts
really
like a
enjoy
golden
that turn of
retriever.
phrase. Rue, you are up next.
So Nick is like conscious.
Yes.
Okay.
Shivering, pale, sweating, but conscious.
Hold on. I was gonna do smelling salts, but I have some caffeine. That might...
You should also specify paler than normal, because he's usually
Right.
pretty pale.
Bordering on transparent.
Sickly pale rather than reflective pale.
Wan, if you will.
So
Looking
I'm
a little peaked.
gonna give Nick some of my caffeine, a dose of my caffeine, which restores 1d6 plus 1 power points and adds 1d3 overflow points.
You don't want to do
cannot
that.
do that.
You don't want to do that.
Oh,
Nick is at max overflow.
No,
So
we
it
need to give
doesn't-
him some of my
It doesn't.
Water.
Oh, okay.
We need to get Nick.
Hydrated.
I had the add as in like
recover. Yeah.
surplus.
Expand
yeah,
your
like
meter,
expand,
yeah.
not as in like. Okay, sorry, misunderstood.
I trusted you. You were the chosen one.
No.
Never mind.
It's about to be over,
so
Anakin, when I have the bigger gun.
the understanding there, I think, is very the misunderstanding there is very understandable given the language. But yeah, this is talking about basically giving Nick 3 overflow for that,
Yeah.
and even 1 would send him over the edge. So
feel-
probably
Exploding
not good.
heads.
Unless you want to TK him at Knockhand
No.
and then
No. I
Nick is a friend, not a bomb.
I guess I'll just.
counterpoint. You are all both friends and bombs.
It's reasonable.
Rue, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, can I throw a fucking fireball?
You can throw a fucking fireball.
Okay.
Or you could continue to heat him up.
So that's.
That's
well,
ignite, I believe.
I thought about that. I just rolled 2 6s. But
Yes.
also I thought about that. However, I don't think Rue is more of a like low and slow. I think Rue wants fire.
Yeah, it seems out of character for Rue, and she
Probably true.
may also not really have, like, in character, never mind mechanically discovered that.
Yeah.
It's too bad that Rue probably...
Well, and
Go
like
ahead.
they can like, I don't know. They're figuring it out.
Yeah. It's too bad that Rue probably hasn't played Earthbound, because this would be a great time to yell, PK Fire! But you're at level 3 for
Yes.
PK, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 power points, 1 drain, 3 overflow, and go ahead and roll your you rolled the pyrokinetic attack, and you got a critical success on
Yes.
it. That's right. So... yeah, go ahead and roll your damage there. I'm actually going to track back in the rulebook to where it talks about critical successes to make sure that
believe
I
that's an optional thing you have
am
to
getting
take.
everything
I have it.
for attacks. Yeah, it's just always a hit.
Okay.
It does not add extra damage. Okay,
But
so you hit no matter what.
the damage is 14.
14.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
Soup.
and he will be ignited unless he makes a speed check, which he's about to do because it is his turn, or he's about to try anyway. So handily makes the speed check, is not currently all the way on fire. Doesn't actually seem super phased. Like, he's got visible burns and is visibly sweating from all of this, but does not seem to give outward signs of distress. Within that, Nakan scowls and, like any good villain, takes the moment to do a little bit of monologuing and says, "We were so close to graduating some of you, and then that stupid suburban trash had to go and set everybody off. I warned them there'd be a cascading failure." And on the shout of failure, he clenches a fist in Rue's direction. What is Rue's defense?
11.
11. You feel for just a moment the air around you waver, and you're not sure, you don't have a conscious reaction, but reflexively you sort of like push back against it and you feel the force dissipate.
Oh.
Nakhan's eyes go wide, and his teeth show even more as he scowls. Nick's turn.
Well, I guess I'm gonna shoot at him.
Best thing you really can do, given the state of your overflow. Remember, each round that somebody does not use a psionic power, they get to lose 1 overflow. So
Yeah, so
and
remind
Rue,
me what
if you
I need
haven't
to...
already, 3 power points, 3 overflow, 1 drain. Remind you what you need to roll for that.
For rifles, yes.
For rifles, so you've got, I believe, just trained in rifles. So you're just going to roll 2d6 and try to get as high on that as you can.
I got 2 4s, so an 8, and as I kind of raise my rifle, I'm going to yell, "Sorry, Principal, but I don't think you're acting in the interest of the student body."
Your 3-round burst goes wide, and he doesn't even seem to flinch as bullets whiz less than a foot past his head. He chuckles and says, "The interest of the student body. Your tools, nothing more." And with that, it is Sam's turn.
All right. Well, does it take me a turn to close the distance to Granby's car?
You can move and still take an action.
Okay.
It's not that far.
So I get there, and she seems okay because she's swearing, which
She's probably bruised, but she's like not too much worse for wear.
I tell her she's the best. I give her a kiss on the cheek, and I heft my Gatling gun.
All right.
I also, by the way, when Narcan says that we're tools, I say with great satisfaction, "You're the tool."
I am so proud of these students that I'm taking care of.
Yeah, if you are firing your Gatling gun at him, that is going to be with a +1. So 2d6 +1
Alrighty.
to attempt to hit Principal Nakhan.
7 + 1 is 8.
Okay. Now, this is a full auto weapon, which I glossed over some rules for earlier because we are winding down here. That said, I am going to try to take it into account here because that would not otherwise hit, unfortunately. But I believe that if you're just spraying rounds willy-nilly, you might have a better chance. So
I don't know about willy-nilly, but I'm being quick about it.
Pell-mell, not willy-nilly.
I don't know who that is, but he sounds like a good guy. Yeah.
Hither and thither. Power couple of the year. Okay.
Pell-mell and willy-nilly sound like a bomb country duo, but
And they're competitors with hither, thither, and yaw.
yes, exactly.
Or all of them are a bluegrass band together.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, they're different sections. I am rolling not so hot today, which is a shame because this is otherwise an exultant moment for my boy.
If it is any consolation, I am also rolling not so hot.
Yeah, that's an enormous consolation. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it ended up not squishing Rue. We like this.
I'm super into Rue not getting squished. Yeah.
Same.
It's all right.
Honestly,
Rue's okay with it.
if I had, if Rue had been hit by the squish, I would have allowed you to roll your small skill in order to avoid damage.
Yes, I knew. See, this is why I have small as a skill.
Awesome.
Okay, so you had rolled an 8, is that correct?
Total, yes.
Okay, so roll one more d6 to hit here.
Okay. Come on. 1.
Oh, no.
A 9. Okay. Well, as it happens, I probably should have figured this out earlier. It says plus 1d6 for every 5 rounds fired. Oh, that's damage. Okay. Basically, this is suppressing fire at this point. Indeed, Nakhan does have to basically throw himself into the dirt to avoid it.
Which is good because he can't reach out and touch us.
Indeed. So this makes it Granby's turn. And she steps out of the car, still muttering appreciations, and tosses. What did we end up calling them?
Scrap gauntlets.
Scrap gauntlets, yes. Tosses the scrap gauntlets sort of at Sam's feet as she pulls out from underneath the sort of pulls out from the floorboards in the front seat of the car the varmint rifle that you guys keep around the farm. And shoulders it, shouting, "I always thought you were just a no-good-for-nothing suit," and fires off a couple of shots at Principal Nakan. And she hits, if only barely.
I love my grandma.
Now, this is not a high-caliber rifle, but it does take a chunk out of Nakan. Yeah, and he swears loudly. That brings us back around to Lane.
Time to keep cooking the principal.
Go ahead and roll that attack.
No, I
Make
don't
sure
even have
he's
to roll
well
the
done.
attack, because I'm just continuing it from before. I spend PowerPoints and just keep going, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I did not have it in front of me, so...
Yeah, no,
I've been jumping around
that's
the
fine.
rule book quite a lot here.
That
My
is
apologies.
a 12, which is
All right,
another 20
so
damage to
that's-
him.
He looks flushed. His breathing is very rapid as he stands up. Give me just a moment to make a roll. The air around Principal Nakan starts to shudder, shimmer. It feels very dangerous all of a sudden. Rue, your turn.
I'm trying to decide if I see the shimmer and think to raise the temperature as well.
If you would like to leave it to the dice, you can always roll a wits check.
That's a good idea. I would like to do that. That's my... So
Yeah.
just roll like
2d6 under
1 or
wits.
2d6
2d6, try to roll under your
under
wits.
my
Yeah.
wits. Okay. I did. I rolled a 3.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, you have that thought.
Okay.
You go, oh, hey, that's a good idea.
Okay. All right. Then I am going to do the thing. So I first have to roll it as an attack.
Yes. You need to roll a pyrokinesis attack.
That's going to be a 10.
And you're adding your pyrokinesis of 3?
Yeah. Yeah. That's already added.
I think because he's laying on the ground,
Nice.
that hits. Yes. So now you roll 3d6 for the degrees Celsius that you raise his temperature by.
That's 14.
And there was 1 degree left over
All right.
from my first thing, so that kicks it up to 25 damage.
Indeed it does. Okay.
Principal Flambe.
He doesn't quite catch fire, but he loses consciousness on the ground there, and Granby goes, "Well, my car is not going to get us out of here anymore, but I saw a chopper up front. Anybody can fly one of those?" At which point, a thud in the ground. You can feel it through the soles of your feet.
Oh.
Thud.
I was about to say I
Thud.
can.
Thud. Thud. All the students that you guys haven't thought about in a minute because you've been fighting for your lives are a little further away from Nakan than you guys are, but they start to sort of like stand up and look around and be like, is it safe? And then like feel the thudding. And you look over, Principal Nakan, unconscious, is starting to levitate off the ground. There are basically 2 immediately present options. One is Granby's idea of trying to run past or circumvent Nakan, or put him permanently out of commission and then go to the chopper, which could hold all of you pretty handily. Or go the other way, away from Nakan, towards the back of the school, which is the direction the other students are in.
I think first we need to put down the principal so he doesn't overload at us. So I shout at Granby, "Lead principal, please."
All right. Nick's turn.
I'm just gonna keep shooting him, and as
Go for
I
it.
aim down the sights of my rifle, I look over to Granby and say, "Pleasure to meet you, Ms. Stryker. I'm Nick Noble. Your son is a real stand-up fellow."
I'm going to say that the gunshot is in the middle of that sentence.
Yes. I rolled a 4.
All right. You miss. He's sort of like floating and twirling, and there's like dust going and everything. Sam's turn.
I got a mechanical question.
Yes.
Talk to me about colored caps. Something happens when you hit 60, if I recall.
You get basically either a temporary or permanent new ability in that color, or new level in that color.
So I hit 60 last turn. No, I didn't hit 60 last turn because I didn't use my abilities. That's right. I just shot a gun.
Remind me
so
how many
not
caps
relevant
you
yet,
get.
but let the record show I'm at 59.
You get one of the appropriate color every time you use a power, and then if you have an emotional outburst, you get like a bunch at once. But those don't stick around unless they take you over the cap, like over the threshold. If they don't take you over the threshold, they immediately go away. In this case, what is Sam doing with his turn?
Well, so I should describe what folks are seeing when they look at these gauntlets that Granby dropped to the ground. They are an invention of hers. They're big old gloves, maybe the size of like a tom drum, a floor tom each. They are made of an old tractor, so they make you feel like you got hit with a tractor. Because anyway, they're really tough to put on if you're not strong. But they're really only good at close range. I don't know if we want to try and get close to the principal right now.
Well, you have about 2 seconds in which to make your internal snap decision in character.
Yeah, I mean, so Sam had a whole like devil angel on the shoulder psychomachia thing in that moment, but I think what he does is just continues to shoot the principal.
Okay. Yeah. The Gatling gun has plenty of ammunition on the passenger side floorboard being fed into it. So if you want to open up, you certainly can. Go ahead and roll your heavy weapons.
Alrighty.
2d6 plus 1.
7.
All right. Now, as he is not sensible enough to dodge, this is going to be what I'm going to call, and this is something I'm sort of homebrewing on the spot here, a, like, grazing hit. So generally, your Gatling gun plus, as I think what we named it on the sheet, would do 4d6 at full auto. We're going to do half that.
All right.
So roll 2d6 for damage.
Sounds good. Granby made it so good. That's 7.
7. 2 new little bleeding spots appear on Knockhand's extremities, but he is not yet fully dead. Grampy's turn. She takes a knee, braces the varmint rifle, and fires off 2 more shots.
Doesn't acknowledge Nick.
She's a little distracted, unfortunately.
Nick just wants to make a good
There
impression.
will be time for you to represent to introduce yourself properly to your love interest guardian.
Well, and I am certainly on favor of mid-combat banter. I don't want to do anything to discourage it, but there are a lot of gunshots right now.
Yes.
Granby is not a spring chicken, so speaking as somebody who is a little hard of hearing, she probably was kind of aware that you were speaking, but is going to have to ask you what you said later, a little bit later.
I'm gonna
It
say
probably didn't help that I fired my rifle mid-sentence.
during this last spray of fire, I in fact might have been trying to bridge the gap a little and yelling at the top of my lungs over this, like, it's Nick. He's real nice. Real smart too.
Okay, so
Despite everything I have to say, Sam's having an okay time.
yeah.
This is a lot easier to get down than the Mycenian.
True.
Pretty good point, honestly. So yeah, Granby hits him center of mass twice, and he falters but doesn't quite fall. And before it goes back up to Lane, one of the elementary schoolers behind you guys, who has been crying this whole time, seeing Principal Knockan in this position, has just sort of zoned out. Nobody's really noticed it because she's behind you. But suddenly, you hear almost simultaneous whoosh sounds as behind you, this elementary schooler is wreathed in flame. And so is Principal Knockan. The thrumming in the ground trails off as the visible silhouette of his body in this flame slowly shrinks away to nothing and the flame disappears. There is no sign that Principal Knockan was ever there. Not even his belt buckle hits the ground.
Great job, kid.
How is the...
The kid has passed out and is now smoking.
Oh.
I go over...
Does not stop Sam from also
I go
congratulating the
over
kid,
and
by
make
the
sure
way.
the child is okay, and assume, like, oh god, I'm the adult in this situation, and I have a whole bunch of unstable, destructive children. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so Lane, you run over there. Let's have you roll a first aid
Text.
for me, which you
Yep.
have at basic. So that's going to be what?
Yep.
Plus 0, so just 2d6.
5.
All right, that is under your wits. This student is breathing rapidly, heart is beating erratically, but doesn't seem to have been harmed other than some singeing on their clothes by the flames, and doesn't seem to be in any immediate danger. The other children are scared, but no one seems on the edge of tipping over, and now the school grounds are eerily quiet.
I assume that the helicopter is not enough to house all of the students.
No. Maybe 10.
We need to get
Including
everyone
you
the
guys.
fuck out of here. So I think,
Hijack a bus?
are there school buses?
There are not.
Then I will ask Granby how far away her place is.
So I don't think this is something that Drew and I nailed down, but I'm going to rule that Sam's place is pretty close. Granby was able to hear the explosions and gunshots, and she goes, just halfway into the holler, really, maybe a mile or two away.
Would you object
but
to having some...
My car's not
would you
looking
object
so
to
great.
having some guests for a little bit? Probably not over.
Oh, heck no. Not a whole lot of space to sleep, but... Yeah, probably not a place to sleep, but plenty of places to sit and,
Sam makes a face that I'm going to try to make audible. Very excited about company.
Slumber party.
I think we even have some fresh blueberries. I could make some cobbler.
That would be real nice of you.
And at this point, you can hear in the distance helicopter blades beating and getting closer.
I will do the full, yes, I am the authority here. Alright, everyone. Sam's grandmother has been nice enough to volunteer their place as a place for us to go and stay for the moment and regroup and, make sure everyone's okay. So, if you could all... I won't make you form lines because that really, given today, that's silly. But if we could all just proceed orderly and, calmly, everything's okay now, and we're going to a safe place.
As student council president, I know everything that just happened was really terrifying, but remember, don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. We just need to get to Granby's house and everything will be okay.
Also, I hand Nick a...
Water.
Isn't this highly
Nick,
illegal?
it'll make you feel better. You will not be at risk of
What do I...
exploding.
Oh, that might come in handy, because I did kind of just die, but not in my body, and it was really confusing. How do I do this?
We're gonna leave Lane and Nick to discuss the logistics of getting hydrated. As Granby turns to Sam and goes, "Well, I reckon those helicopters are gonna give us some trouble if they see where we're going, and I don't think we're gonna get out of the woods quite that easy. But if we can, deplete their local forces, maybe we'll be okay. At least your granddaddy always told me that's how it went in Vietnam. So." I'll take the kids back to the house. You got the car, well, what's left of the car, the gun, and the gauntlets. Any of you kids know how to pilot that attack chopper out front?
Yes.
I raise my hand as well and say, I have 100 hours in flight experience.
I have an RC helicopter.
She nods gravely at both of these as though they are equally impressive.
Sam
and
is
says,
looking back and forth as though this is a very difficult choice.
and goes, "Well, I hate to ask it of you, and I don't think I'd blame you if you didn't want to, but I think we need a rear guard since they got more reinforcements en route. But if we can keep them occupied so they don't see where we went, it'll buy us some time, and if they have to fly in more people from Quantico or whatever, then we have some time to lose them. You up to it?" Vanessa speaks up. She raises her hand. She goes, I think they've done an exemplary job so far, but, well, I can certainly get the children to the Stryker farm if you would prefer to stay, Mrs. Stryker. She says this with a question mark and is sort of like straightening her hair and trying to look kind of professional. And Granby kind of nods and goes, yeah, all right. And she goes around to the trunk of the car and pulls out the proper hunting rifle and goes, I give you kids a hand. So Vanessa starts directing traffic out through the gap in the fence that the car made, and saying in her best kindergarten teacher voice, okay, everyone, we're going to stay low and quick. If you think that you're in danger at all, just run in a crazy curvy line, like you're trying to avoid somebody in tag. Let's go now. And starts leading them down the rural highway toward the Stryker farm.
I call out. When you get there, Alexander will bark at you a lot, but just hold up your hands, let him smell it, and then scratch him behind the ears. He really likes that.
How many overflow do we lose? Or
so the helicopters will be coming into easy view at around the time that you guys have lost about 10 overflow.
cool.
Oh, good. Table talk. Joanne,
Yes.
what is your training at for the pilot?
I'm just trained in drive.
Who?
Oh,
Okay.
is drive
Pilot.
different than pilot? Then I don't have pilot.
Drive
Yes.
is different.
Yep.
Than
I
God damn it! I chose.
You have an RC helicopter.
Yes, I actually have pilot,
Okay.
and I'm an apprentice in it and drive.
Okay.
I just wanted
Nice.
to clear that up before we made any sort of not that
You should
there was
not
any
be
contention.
allowed to pilot a helicopter.
No, anything. Even if she was a master of it, I would have my concerns.
I would.
Or they.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
was gonna say I would like to.
I would
remind
have more
everybody.
concerns. I would have
Even if
more
they
concerns
were
if they were a
A
master.
master. Yeah, I would too. At what point have they sort of hijacked a helicopter and learned how to pilot it?
What else is there to do around here than hijack like little crop duster helicopters?
Oh my god, that sounds so much fun.
Okay, so you can hear the propeller beats getting closer. Granby goes, should probably head up to the helicopter if we're gonna. And the only sound you really have is sounds you make and the sounds of these helicopters drawing closer. So is everybody piling in, or is anybody remaining on the ground?
I think we're all piling in, yeah.
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 Can we rule that I'm able to carry the gauntlets and the Gatling gun both?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
So
Now, you
strong.
can't use them both at the same time, but you can get them both on the helicopter and close to your person for sure.
Cool. That's all. For the moment, that's all I need.
This is probably a good time to let you know that my 100 hours have been on a simulator and not on an actual helicopter, but same difference.
Don't worry, I'll help you out.
Absolutely. No.
It's just like how if we ran into a real egg friend, Rue would be qualified to jump in there, right? She's got practice.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, excellent.
Whenever you're using your Tamagotchi, I should say Sam is like just trying to sneak a look, but like doesn't want to quite ask about it. He's interested.
Rue is
I
oblivious
like the
to
idea
that.
of this
Figured as much.
gremlin finding 20 or 30-year-old Tamagotchi.
It's an heirloom.
It's an heirloom.
Oh,
Okay.
I have never felt more old in my life.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I found it in this old curio shop.
Oh boy. You guys troop out to this helicopter. And Nick climbs into the pilot seat. Would I be correct in assuming that Rue climbs into the co-pilot
Yes.
seat?
And it has to climb in.
Yeah. Almost like clambering, I assume. Excellent. So, everybody else is in the transport hold, which has the sort of like strap-in seats, the sort of jump seats. Also, the two sliding doors on the side are open. They don't feature any mounted weapons, but boy, would they be handy for, say, firing a Gatling gun out of. For instance.
That's a weirdly
the attack
specific example,
helicopter.
but sure, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just what came to mind. I was moved by the spirit. It's my version of glossolalia.
I mean, it may also be worth pointing out that helicopters stay aloft through very delicate machinery that you can pretty easily mess up with, say, TK.
Yeah, it is a fact that they are pretty fine-tuned machines. So, quick overview. The armaments on this attack helicopter are a unknown as yet number of sort of near attack air-to-air rockets, as well as a front-mounted machine gun of some description. It is unlikely that Nick climbing into this knows which buttons or triggers trigger what, but...
These weren't on the simulator.
Exactly. But they're definitely there. They exist. So, those could be useful. Go ahead, Nick, and roll me that pilot with a +1 from being apprentice. So 2d6 plus... or rather 2d6, and you have your wits +1 that you're trying to roll under, so 9 or lower.
Which is really your wits, because
Just
you were
my
also
wits at this
Hydrated.
point.
Oh, correct. Yes, just your wits. Thank you for catching that.
I'm sorry, I just had to take a moment to laugh about this.
Oh, no, that was in
President feature
character
valedictorian.
Yeah, everybody
Hydrated.
and then climbed into a helicopter.
Except for Ryu, who is completely...
Dehydrated.
16. So 8, a 5, and a 3, and then wits +1 is an 8 at this point because
I'm sorry.
Hydrated.
How did you get an 8, a 5, and a 3? You should have been rolling 2d6.
No, I got a 5 and a 3, so 8.
Oh, okay.
And then plus
and
8,
3.
which is my wits +1.
So you're not adding those. You're trying to roll under your wits
Oh.
+1 for your skill and -1 for your
Water.
So if you rolled an 8, then you equaled your wits and you got them aloft just
Yes.
fine.
Okay.
But yeah, this was a skill check. I realized that I made it confusing in the way that I phrased it. That was totally on me. But yeah, so there's an ignition, there's as the propellers spin up, and then there's a little bit of like jerking back and forth as Nick gets it up in the air, but you up into the air. Nick is sitting in the pilot's seat, and Rue, you're looking out through the cockpit over Nick's head in the co-pilot's seat. And you can see, lifting off, you are facing in the direction of 2 identical helicopters coming in from the west. This seems to be the last of their reinforcements, so...
As soon as I see them, I mutter to myself, great things never come from your comfort zone.
I'm gonna rule that Nick doesn't know that the hold intercom is on, so everybody hears this over the speakers.
Yes.
Grammy takes
True,
the hunting magazine out of the rifle and fills it to capacity, which I'm not honestly sure what the hunting laws for rifles would be in this area. Apologies to anybody who does know these things, but I mean, I guess it's probably no more than 5 rounds.
Also, it might be worth considering whether Granby would really follow those laws.
Generally speaking, they are enforced at the manufacturer level if they are uniform enough. So I'm going to rule that she doesn't necessarily have more dramatically more rounds than that. Like, my experience is that like gas automatic shotguns have a chamber of 5 because some states allow as many as 5, and others you can buy a plug for if they only allow 3.
Generally speaking, if she's modified something, you'll know it.
As an aside, if anybody has not looked at their state's wildlife and fisheries regulations for the weapons that you can use while hunting, I highly recommend that you do so because they can be kind of wild. Like, no motion activated firearms may be used in duck hunting in Louisiana. Did you know that? I do.
I would hope so. I would hope that's the case. Like,
exactly.
You know, they make those laws because of reasons, though.
yeah, of course. No, it's the
It's
same
true.
reason your bleach
It's
tells you
true.
not to drink it. It's good, you know.
Yep.
That's crazy though. That's so yeah, we're going fishing this weekend. Am I allowed to use thermonuclear devices of any kind, or like?
Well, and I like imagining the guy out on like, kind of a rural farm somewhere with like a duck pond and just setting up like a motion activated turret to shoot ducks into the pond until the game warden comes out and is like, man, you got to take this down.
Well, it's like the hunting equivalent of like running a macro in an MMO. Like it's like you're not even doing anything at that point.
All right. Helicopters in the air. Other helicopters are coming towards you. I am going to base everyone's actions on Nick's initiative, since whether anybody can do anything or not depends on Nick's piloting. Pressure's on, golden boy.
Because I am co-pilot.
But you also don't have a pilot skill.
However, I do have drive.
I will say you can roll your drive, but do know that if you fail, it will harm Nick's initiative.
Yes. Don't do it. All right. And then my initiative is just 2d6.
Plus, like, twice your speed.
Yeah, twice my speed. Thank heavens for that.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2 and a 1, but thankfully
Okay, not
my
quite
speed
snake
is
eyes.
4, so that's 11.
Okay, let me
That
roll
was the sound of me dying on the inside for
for
our
other two
listeners.
helicopters.
Oh.
Robin's soul has left your body.
What soul?
Okay, so attack helicopter to you guys' left goes first. It swings wide and it hails you. Insert your period and situation accurate pseudo-military jargon in here, but something to the effect of, breaker, breaker, niner, niner, roger, roger, etc., etc. Basically just asking you what you are doing lifting off. Has the situation being taken care of?
God, I
This is
just
only
can't tell
answerable
you how-
by Nick or
I was
Rue.
going to say, I can't
Wait,
tell you
this
how
is
much I wish Sam were on the mic
Answerable
right
by
now.
Rue.
Answerable only by Nick
Oh
or Rue.
no.
Yes, okay.
We're all gonna
Oh,
die.
yeah.
Okay, I get on the thingy, and I'm like, Roger, yes. Yeah, no, we're good. You're good. You can go home.
Oh no! We're all going to die.
Over.
A bunch of jargon comes
I-
through asking for basically, who is this? Name and rank.
So, I do have a
Am I hearing this?
I do
Oh,
have a
yes, for sure.
negotiation skill. I'm trained in
Can I try
negotiation.
to steal? Can I try to steal it from Rue?
I will fight you
Roll
for
against
it.
each other.
I am going to allow you guys to roll a contested speed, 1d6 plus your speed stat.
I got a 7. I did roll a 1 though.
I got a 6.
Okay, all right. Rue gets to go first. Roll your negotiation if you want to. 2d6, get under your wits.
I rolled a 7. So that's under my
All right.
wits.
Let me make a roll on their end.
Oh no, I just lost a dice.
You say something to the effect of like, "This is Agent Crawford. Subjects are neutralized. Zone is ready for securing. Come on in for a safe landing. Over." And you hear just kind of a long beat of silence on the other end, and then something to the effect of, "Approaching on landing vector. Cover our approach, please." Over. And they pull up. Your turn.
I tell everybody else, these dummies don't know anything's wrong. Let's go.
So, realistically, as soon as they get out of the helicopters, they're going to know that you were full of shit, and they're going to try and find people. So you guys need to do whatever you can to end this particular threat before they start searching nearby falls.
Okay, so we need
However,
to eliminate them.
you're going to get the drop on them here. Yeah. You're going to get the drop on them here. So,
Can I
I
do
have
anything
your-
before they land?
oh yes, for sure. You guys have probably a few rounds before they land. But I have your party at the same initiative, which allows you guys to strategize and take an order of actions however you want to. The only people able to fire the onboard weapons of the helicopter are Nick and Rue. Everybody else has whatever weapons or powers they have handy from the inside of the helicopter to use on these other two. So take just a couple moments, but I will cut you off at a certain point to strategize, and then I'll ask for actions, and we'll resolve them.
Wait, did you say that
I suggest
Rue
to
can
Rue.
fire something? Because I don't have...
Nick and Rue can fire, and Rue, you have heavy weapons.
Oh, I
You're
do.
trained in
Okay,
them.
cool. Oh, God. I am trained in them, but that means that I am rolling under my strength, which is a 4.
You also
True.
have to be able to identify what buttons to push for the missiles.
Oh,
It's
that's
true.
what...
Wits is better,
That would be a
though.
wits, though. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I suggest that I will be trying to overheat the gas tanks.
That sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Good call. Good call.
So I'm definitely just gonna heft the Gatling gun again, provided there's an in-world reason that I know that I should, because currently Sam is probably still thinking about what Nick said. Outside of your comfort zone, he's still mulling it over. It was pretty deep.
So you missed
Oh.
so you missed the entirety of the like these dummies don't even know.
Maybe that's what snaps me out of it. Yeah.
That's
I mean, the people in the hold have not heard any of the conversation with the other
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
guys.
okay.
Yes, but I
But
said these dummies to
Rue, they mentioned
everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Rue mentioned it, but
That
yeah,
is
I guess I
definitely
They
heard it.
mentioned it to
sufficient to
everyone.
snap Sam into action. So he's gonna get to it.
Sure.
If I may, I would suggest that we hold off on typical firearms, and if we can pass off them wrecking as a malfunctioning engine, all the better, but use those as a second thing. Otherwise, it'll put a big target on
Okay.
us.
That
Sam
sounds
moves
good.
away from the Gatling gun with tremendous disappointment on his face.
I can make things hot.
Sorry, Sammy.
It's all right. It's all right. This is why you're the brains.
And you're the brawn.
I flex.
I like to imagine that Nick's voice when he says brawn goes a little bit breathy.
Yes, it does.
And you're the brawn.
I smile so broad. There's probably an audible ding.
This is painfully cute. Okay, so who is taking the first action? What is it? Do you guys want to get out a whole order of actions?
I think
Our
yeah.
two pyros.
Okay, I think that means that Lane has the opening salvo here.
All right. So, do I have any idea where the gas tanks actually are?
I think that's probably a wits roll.
Okay.
So you're rolling at
So I
7, I
will-
believe.
Yep. And that is a 3.
Okay. So you actually are able to spot on your own helicopter where the little cover is for fueling.
Mhm.
And so looking at the other helicopters, you can spot it there as well.
Sure. So now I will do the pyrokinesis attack thing.
Yes, yes.
So, Adam, I have the critical strike thing.
Sure.
How does that interact with the pyrokinesis attack?
Let's see. When making attack rolls, rolling a 12, 2 6s on the dice automatically hits. In addition, make another separate attack roll. If it was hit, attack does times 2 damage. Since this is not... Well, I mean, it is an attack roll. You're not doing damage to a person. I feel like we can double the temperature on that one if your second attack roll hits.
Okay. So that is a 12. Would that hit?
I think it would. So go ahead and roll for your temperature change with pyrokinesis, and we'll double that.
So that is a 9. So 450, and if we're doubling that, then that is 900 degrees Celsius.
Oh, okay, I see where it comes from. Okay, so yeah, 900 degrees Celsius. There's probably a
Should
Google
flash
search here that I
ignite
can
the
do.
gas?
Presumably. Let's see. Yeah, auto ignition temperature is somewhere around 210 degrees Celsius. So there is a
Nice.
massive explosion from one of the helicopters. Believe it or not, when I designed this encounter, I really didn't think about the use of pyrokinesis on fuel tanks.
Burn.
So yeah, one of these things has a massive explosion. It's not quite all the way it's not just detritus, but it is in deep trouble. So I think that leads us then to Rue's turn.
I do. I make the explosion now.
Presumably on the other helicopter. So, pyrokinesis attack.
So roll my attack. That's 10.
Do the thing, kid.
Does that hit?
10 is going to hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll your 3d6.
I rolled 3 ones.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So that's going to be the minimum there, which is going to be
150.
150.
Which may yet hit the auto-ignite point. Oh no, it's going to be like 30 degrees shy.
Yeah, it's going to be about 30 degrees shy. So yeah, nothing immediately
just maintain
happens
that
there.
Maintain that next turn, it'll go.
All right, that leaves our other 2 actions.
Also, I believe that takes me past my cap threshold.
I'm already driving while under the influence, so I'm just gonna focus on keeping this thing in the air.
Okay, well, in that case, go ahead and roll for Nick a pilot check. So rolling 2d6, trying to get 8 or under. You won't fall out of the air if you don't make it.
I got a 3 this time, thankfully.
Okay, you actually stabilized your flight pretty well. You're feeling a lot more confident now. And Sam.
All right, I got a question. I tried Googling this, and I saw a bunch of different answers, so it's going to come down to what kind of helicopter we're dealing with. What do one of those helicopter blades weigh?
Ooh, pretty good question. I feel like, what's your rank in telekinesis?
3, which means I can
3.
remote manipulate or lift, something up to 100 pounds, up to 3 at a time. I have seen that some helicopter blades are about 90 pounds, but some are as much as 250. So
I feel like these are going to be on the heavier end because these helicopters carry armor and guns.
Now, is it is it a fore and aft rotor, or is it like one horizontal and one vertical type?
One horizontal and a vertical, yeah.
So the vertical ones might be lighter.
So yeah, if you're aiming for the vertical rotor in the back, those will be lighter. The ones on top are going to be heavy enough that you won't be able to mess with them.
And the vertical rotors are the ones that prevent them from spinning out, so...
True.
That'll do fine then. Yeah, I'm going to lift that.
Oh, and just a reminder to both of our pyrokinetics, 3 power points, 1 drain, 3 overflow.
Yep.
All right, so telekinetic attack from Sam.
Alrighty. And that's D6 for each level, or that's just 2D6?
2d6 plus your TK level, try to beat their defense.
Gotcha. All right. So that is... that's an 11 plus 3. That's 14.
Okay. Let me
Being Sam made it harder to do that math. Is that weird?
That's not weird at all. It makes total sense to me.
It was the mice.
The mice are really goofing me up.
Or the great things never come from your comfort zone. Who knows? One of those.
Sam is he's still hearing a gong in his head on that one, just like, wow.
The vertical rotors are a little bit harder to target, but you manage to do it anyway. They're further back, they're smaller, but you grab one. You're just trying to stop it or pull it away. What's the intended outcome here?
If I could stop it, fine. I'm taking whatever direction it's not going in and yanking it.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. And you pull one of the rotors perpendicular to the others. So it's not quite as much as just like pulling the whole thing off. They don't immediately spin out, but they immediately start to just sort of like oscillate all over the place and slowly turn away from you. 3 power points, 1 drain, 3 overflow.
Cool.
Okay, the remaining helicopter's turn. You guys have really torn this up. I was expecting attack helicopters to give us more trouble, but of course I was not thinking imaginatively with my psionic imagination. So excellent gremlin noise. Perfect. The pilot in the remaining helicopter panics and aims that helicopter towards the ground at irresponsible speeds. But the resulting impact, while it kind of fucks up the helicopter, does not kill everyone inside, and they start to unload and fire at your helicopter. So, a couple of rolls. Jesus. Okay. My rolling is not very good, you guys. A few bursts of, sort of burst fire, small caliber rounds plink off of the armor of the helicopter, but one burst does manage to sort of target Sam effectively. What's your defense?
Good question. My defense is 9.
Okay, so holy shit. You take 18 damage.
I'm all right.
Sam gets 3 bullet wounds. Only one of them more serious than a graze in his perch on this helicopter. And Granby goes, "Oh, hell no!" And leans out the side of the helicopter. She hasn't taken her turn yet and is going to return fire.
God bless Granby.
And she's going to just straight drop one of these guys with this hunting rifle.
Granby.
Okay, so it comes back around to you guys' turn, and this helicopter has landed, and a few of the passengers have disembarked, but most of them are still on the helicopter. However, only one of the guys who disembarked is down. So there's 2 outside and an unknown number still inside the helicopter. Again, you have collective initiative.
Can I do a wits check to see if I can correctly identify the missile buttons based on my simulation experience?
I can correctly identify them.
I called
Nick, you
dibs.
may make the wits check. 8 or lower on 2d6.
Dibs check.
I got a 4.
Okay, you
3 and a 1.
find a switch that says arm, and then an indicator that says lock, and a button that says fire. You're pretty sure that's what you're looking for.
I want to blow them up for shooting my Sammy.
Okay, so Nick, I'm going to make this a pilot roll since you don't have any kind of heavy weapons. Mm-hmm. Do know that you are rolling at a penalty, though.
2d6 under 9.
2d6 under
8
something.
because of the water. It's -1 wits.
Okay.
And again, you're rolling at a penalty, which you
Okay. I got a 4 and a 3, so 7.
You launch the missiles. Roll damage, but know that you did not hit the helicopter itself.
Okay. Well, how many dice should I roll for damage?
Oh, right. No, I had this up just a second ago. Sorry. I forgot that you guys aren't me and don't know what's in my brain.
While you're looking it up, I will say,
I mean, we don't actually have telekinesis, but we can try.
give it a go, yeah.
Or psychokinesis, excuse me.
None of the above. I will say while we're paused briefly, just for our listeners at home, Sam's got 48 health total. So
thank God.
with the drain and everything, effective health of 23 currently. Not too close to death's door.
That's about as much HP as I have.
You have casually double my health.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have lost about as much as you've got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actual
okay.
cannon.
So Nick is rolling 10 d6 for damage.
Heck yes.
Whoa.
1,
Now,
2, 3,
again,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
the
9,
blast
10.
radius is going to affect this.
Gotta get that good dice rolling sound.
Good Foley, yeah.
This is gonna take me a moment because math.
Carry the
So
1.
12, 14, 19, 20, I'm just gonna make this easy on myself. 29 and 32.
32.
Nice.
Not bad. But, of course, you didn't hit the helicopter directly.
Mm-hmm.
The two that had disembarked are on the side of the helicopter that the missiles do hit, though, and are left as smoldering wrecks. Everyone inside the helicopter is probably okay. Rue.
I think that I'm going to try to heat this boy up again.
Okay.
You automatically do it if you're
so you are
continuing.
yeah, you don't have to re-roll the attack, but you do have to roll your temperature
Okay.
change for this time. So 3d6.
That is so much better. That's a 16.
16. So that's going to be, am I correct in thinking that's in excess of 500 degrees?
It's 800 degrees.
Okay, so
Roast those boys.
the helicopter explodes. The whole thing just
Go
in this
Team
gout
Pyro.
of flame. In fact, Nick, roll a pilot to stay aloft when the shockwave of this goes off.
Okay. Whew, an 8, and I had to roll under a 9.
An 8.
Oh, I had to roll under
Minus
8?
1 wits. Minus
Yeah.
1 wits because of the water.
Okay.
Yeah. So, bits of this helicopter plink off of you guys' armor, and it gets bumpy for a minute, but you manage to stay aloft and unharmed. There don't seem to be any other guys. You guys did amazingly well with this, I will add out of character, just kind of as an aside. I expected this to be a lot harder. Shows what I know. There are no more of these spooks around. You guys, for the first time in quite some time, are safe.
Do I know anything about what sort of response my phone call might have gotten?
You can expect a team to show up sometime in the next 24 hours, but you don't know who or what their objective will be.
Okay. Let's get us to the farm.
Yeah. I'm still loudly assuring everybody that I'm okay.
Leave
Yeah.
I
the
could've-
helicopter here, though, so that we don't take it to the farm. Okay.
So yeah, you guys land the helicopter with not too much incident, and you walk down the road toward the Striker farm where everybody has kind of settled in and is drinking some water.
Once
Wayne?
we are out of the blast radius, I will overheat the third helicopter's gas can.
Yeah, it also goes up pretty spectacularly. When you guys arrive at the Striker farm,
I will offer
Sam,
also Rue a high five.
Yes, high fives all around you guys. Rue's jumping
sure.
up and down. I'm gonna skateboard to the farm.
I continue offering high fives, even though every time somebody actually high fives me, I go, ooh. Doesn't stop
I
me.
enthusiastically high five everyone, but look very uncomfortable when Sam expresses pain and then ask if he needs any help.
Gonna be just fine. Not sure I can walk it off completely,
I'm
but
surprised you don't. I said I'm surprised you don't just like hug him.
Well, after he says he's fine, not to.
No, I let's say canonically, there's a hug, and I go, oh, thanks, Nick.
Granby walks with you guys. She's got her rifle on one shoulder. Sam is carrying the Gatling gun and the scrap
Does
gauntlets.
Granby, by any chance,
And you are all trooping
know
down
first
toward.
aid enough to heal her kid, grandkid? Damn.
She does not. You guys like put pressure on it, put a bandage on it, but it's gonna be back at the farm before anything particular can be done. You know, chat and sort of unwind on the way to the farm, and when you get there, there's a lot of kids like playing on hay bales and stuff, and Granby goes immediately to make some cobbler. You see something about a gas leak on the evening news that night, and before the next morning has gotten too old, after some early breakfast, Granby tries to start contacting people's families and getting the kids out of here before the spooks show up again. Anything in particular that our characters are getting up to in the aftermath of this admittedly very harrowing experience?
Like to show Sam their Tamagotchi and like explain how to take care of it and how you've got to feed them and clean up their poop and stuff.
Sam is entranced until about, I don't know,
I probably watch as well.
A few minutes into
and commend them for taking a good job or good care of their pet.
Sam thanks Rue profusely and very abruptly in the middle of this gets up and realizes he has not checked whether Vanessa made friends with Alexander, the farm dog. So is going to go see how that went.
Alexander is... So Vanessa's sitting on the floor cross-legged, and Alexander is resting his head in her lap as she pets him. She's watching just like Nicktoons with some of the younger kids as she does this, and seems very much in her element, being sort of in charge of people that are very much her junior. She's got by this point, probably empty bowl of blueberry cobbler nearby.
I give her an enormous thumbs up and then go back to the town.
I will probably go around to chat sort of individually, guidance counselorly, even though I'm bad at it, it's still heartfelt, with each of the kids, particularly those that exhibited signs of being psionic, and sort of like...
So, interesting thing here.
Explain to them what was going on.
All of these children have exhibited signs
of
being psionic.
So, in the end, it just turns into sort of a group discussion of, so you're all special. You can do things. It helps to stay calm, otherwise you can be really, really dangerous to people even you care about. So, I can teach you some meditation techniques and, all of those sorts of things and so on.
Yeah. And Nick, anything in particular?
I probably approach Vanessa when Sam does and tell her that she did a great job managing the student body.
She's petting Alexander's head as it rests in her lap and goes, well, of course I did. I mean, but so did you, honestly. Protecting all the younger kids, it was... She kind of blushes a little bit and goes, really brave.
I thank her and then look to Sam and say, is there anything to do around here?
Oh, so much. One last thing. As we're walking out the door, I turn to Rue and I say, I'm sorry I called you soup. I meant no disrespect.
Okay, my name is kind of like a soup.
It's just delicious is all.
I thought about changing my name to soup, but I liked Rue a little bit better.
Of course they did.
I didn't mean to make this Return of the King with
that's marvelous.
But that's perfect.
And we'll actually fade out here on Sam showing Nick around the farm. So yeah, you guys escaped the school. Well, I mean, that concludes our one shot of Psionics. Thanks for joining us. I hope our players and listeners enjoyed it as much as I did, and that you'll all join us again next time. If you're hearing us now, you probably know where to listen to this, but we can be found almost any place one can listen to podcasts, as well as on the wider web at dicepunks.com and on Twitter at @dicepunks. With that, I think we're ready to say farewell. Say goodbye to the kind folks at home, players.
Well, thank you for joining us, and remember, if you are stressed, even if you're a guidance counselor, well, there are ways to relieve that.
Thanks a lot, everybody, and remember, no mouse excels while inside their comfort zone.
No gods, no masters.
Thanks, everyone, and remember that you're only limited by your imagination, so push yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. Sometimes late becomes never, so do it now. Just do it. This all belongs in my valedictorian speech.
So happy to hear from our characters there. I hope you'll join us next time, and as the poet once said, school's out forever. Hello again, wonderful listeners. What you're about to hear is episode 0 of our Dice Peaks After Show, where I chat with our players about the session we just played. It's a 20 to 40 minute peek behind the scenes, as well as a place for us to reflect on our play, chat about systems and mechanics, and pat each other on the back for our favorite parts of each session. We hope you enjoy it, and if you do, maybe head over to patreon.com/dicepunks, where Dice Peaks is available to $5 backers and up for all subsequent episodes. Thanks! I really expected you guys to have more trouble with those attack helicopters. I
Adam,
was so surprised.
I had been waiting to set things on fire this
You
whole
were
game.
not thinking creatively.
You're correct. I was not thinking like a player, and that's a cardinal sin here.
Or psionically.
I'm kind of impressed that I never really got to use, like, stealth very much.
Yeah, there wasn't too much room for it in this particular scenario, unfortunately.
I'm also very disappointed in myself because on my character sheet, I have a mysterious item in my locker listed. But because such a long duration of time passed between creating this character and between playing Nick, I never got the mysterious locker item out. So what was it?
It was one of the other students had found in the dorm an experimental psionically active drug, and when discovered, had hidden it in a locker at random, which turned out to be yours. So it was
They
actually
were framing me.
going to be a way for, if you had found it, for you to develop a new psionic talent that you didn't previously have. Admittedly, at the cost of, I forget exactly what, but the psionically active drugs in the system are quite serious in their side effects and consequences.
Where was my katana the whole time?
Honestly, I feel like it was just a matter of, like, if the combat had gone faster, you guys would have eventually encountered some, like, Half-Life 1 style, like, ninja assassins. But I did expect the combat to go faster than it did, and so some of the potential conflicts were sort of shunted to one side. Now, if you guys had fled into the dorm instead of out into the courtyard, I could have very easily put one there as well, because I did definitely have your katana on my radar, but since we never left the courtyard, there wasn't just going to be one in the bushes, unfortunately.
There was in general less melee than I was maybe expecting. Like I feel like my gauntlets violated Chekhov's gun, and my one regret in this world is that I didn't get to punch anybody with those gauntlets.
It's true. We ended up being
Right?
at range quite a lot. I did kind of think...
Yeah, I was the only one in melee.
Yeah, I did kind of think that Nakan was going to
For the most
get
part.
into melee with you guys, but you actually handled him pretty fast.
Well, and my
Granby for the
baseball
win.
bat cracked. It, like, broke immediately, and that was my melee weapon, so I was like, well...
It's true, yeah. I'm not entirely sure that I was thinking ahead there, unfortunately. But
And also, like, we really did not want Nakan to get
No.
close
that
to
is
us.
also true, yeah.
That was revealed very early, which, good job, Robin, for triggering that surprise.
I was grossly unpleasant, though. For
At
Nick.
the cost of your inhaler.
Interestingly
Yeah.
here, part of my initial thought was that would be something that if it looked like one of the player characters was going to die if Nakan got close enough before you discovered the necrokinesis ability that he had, that Granby could have taken that hit for somebody. But I was more reluctant to do that after Dr. De Silva died, because that was not initially in my planning. I rolled a die to see at random who was going to be hit, and then rolled the damage, and it was critical damage. So, yeah, it was not initially in my plan for Dr. De Silva to get sniped, but that's just the way the cookie crumbled.
Rest in violence, Dr. De Silva.
I did like her a lot.
I
From
liked her a lot too.
She was
from
great.
beginning to end, lady, you did not deserve this.
It's true.
How many of the other teachers, other than Nakan, were Scions?
So Dr. De Silva was. She didn't actually know it, and in a couple of cases where people weren't hit by gunfire that seems like it should have hit them, it was her using synchronicity without consciously realizing it. Nice. I was rolling synchronicity behind the scenes for Dr. De Silva,
Whoa.
and she was keeping you guys from getting hit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What a
Dr.
queen.
Sill.
Yeah, the unsung hero of this session.
I think she was.
She
we
was
tried to
next
sing her.
favorite teacher.
She didn't come back around. Like I almost feel bad that you didn't eulogize her because it was a really intense moment. But because we ended up doing this in 2 recording sessions, that narrative thread didn't get lost. But it was a thing that ended the act as opposed to being the main thrust.
Yeah. We all were dead silent when it happened.
Yeah, no,
too.
there's like some
there was just
dead air there.
radio
yeah.
silence.
Good stuff. That was good storytelling.
Yeah, well, and it's one of those things where like I probably wouldn't have made that decision on my own, but the dice really created this dramatic moment for us, which is one of the things that's cool about this kind of game, in my opinion. Anyway.
I totally agree. It's interesting. Like, I mean, because the folks listening probably haven't heard it, but we did a test game in the system. We referred to it, I think, a few times, and I think you underestimated the lethality of the combat encounter you gave us. The big set piece at the end there.
Yeah, big nod there. I definitely underestimated the lethality of it.
Yeah. Whereas here, you're saying you may have overcorrected or just like didn't think of a sideways solution that we did, which is also what's.
I mean, yeah, mostly I think he underestimated our ability to manipulate the scene.
Well, and like so my test character had mostly telekinetic powers, I think. Or no, I think they had psychokinetic powers because they couldn't do a lot like physically. And Rue, they feel so much more powerful by having pyrokinetic attacks and just like, oh, I can throw fire everywhere. But also those Molotov cocktails really came in handy.
True. They really did, yeah. Some of those roles were really quite timely. And I think one of the things with telekinesis in these rules is that it is intended to do less in the way of direct damage than pyrokinesis. It's more about, like using your environment and like wielding 4 guns at once and sort of like adding extra hands and almost like an Elfin Lead or ReZero kind of way. Yeah,
it seems like pyrokinesis is definitely the big, flashy, offensive one. TK is sort of the, like, defensive and, like, utility one. And psychokinesis is for this character is not really involved in the combat as such.
Right, yeah, the most things...
It's more for a campaign.
Yeah, psychokinesis, in terms of combat, is particularly useful as, like, a stealth, like a rogue sneak attack kind of thing, it seems like.
I did figure out how to use it handily.
Oh, for sure.
But I intentionally stacked everything in psychokinesis.
You definitely were the saving grace of that second combat.
Yeah, no, if you guys had to fight those heavies, that would have been different.
Yeah, you took out one of the heavies and then caused Knockhand to take out the second one. And, like, that was instrumental. Yeah, well, the other thing is that Rue was... Even with hits, you guys couldn't have done too much firearms damage to them since they were in those bomb suits. Yeah. So just getting them to kill each other effectively was a big deal.
I also really liked that little girl finishing off Knockhand. Like,
yeah, that was good.
I really wanted to talk to her.
Yeah, I was kind of torn because
I imagine her thinking like, "You big meanie."
Pretty much, yeah. I was kind of torn because, as we've alluded to, power outages meant that we recorded this ending bit separately, and because this was all recorded, I wasn't taking particularly good notes. But I did want someone other than Granby, as wonderful as she is, to sort of take Knockan out. But she definitely got the one that kind of like pushed him over the threshold. So I decided that we could throw it out to the rest of the student body. But as anybody who has played one of these games with me in any capacity before this can attest, my ability to come up with names and identities on the fly is my Achilles heel as a GM. And so I didn't want to make the student who did incinerate Principal Knockan into a character at risk of naming them Mar, like in Community.
In my headcanon, like to the point that I felt like you said it, but I only now realize you didn't. I totally thought that kid was in the group watching Nick Jr. at the end with the sleeping dog, like the younger kids.
Yeah,
she certainly was. Yeah, that was my intention. She was a little worse for wear, but not at all like critically injured, and definitely made it back to the Striker farm in my mind, at least.
And met a puppy.
Yeah,
And then a puppy.
Yeah.
Well,
Sam's
I think that
backstory
thematically
is incredible. I love
it's
like
Yeah, Sam was definitely one of the best drawn characters.
Yes.
I will say, since this is like the
I would say props though to Rue for all of your in-character grumbliness.
I loved seeing you play the gremlin.
yeah, it's
Drew,
not a
what were you trying to
character
say?
I play a lot, but I like it.
You're a little bit quiet, so I think we don't always realize when you're starting to talk.
Was
So
that me?
apologies for
Sorry.
talking over you. Yeah, Drew, you're a little bit quiet.
Yeah,
I think
sorry
so.
about that. I was messing with my sound a little bit because the dogs were coming and going. I think we mostly missed the dogs, but sorry if I'm quiet and you got to boost me sometimes. No, I was gonna cop to the fact, since this is the bonus material, that Sam was started as an exercise in translating Raphael from Fire Emblem Three Houses into this system, and became an amalgam of various, mostly video game good boys. Gramby is a reference to the video game Moon, which is what your grandmother's called that and that. And your Gramby's very
That's
sweet.
wonderful.
She's less lethal than this Gramby, but
Yeah, I definitely got Kronk vibes from Sam from Emperor's New Groove.
yeah, good video game.
Pull
Yeah.
the lever!
Good boys.
Round
Patrick
lever!
Warburton characters.
Why do we even have that
exactly.
liver?
Yeah, where was our Yzma?
Yeah, there was no
but,
reason in this, really. I will say
that
though,
should have
I
been
gotta say,
Granby.
everybody's characters were extremely well drawn.
For sure.
Yeah, no, Mr. Drummond, who is older than everybody else, but is still a baby gay, as I believe you said off mic, does. And then I just the goblinage of Rue
Like,
and
inexperienced new gay,
Yeah.
but like protective of all the newer gays.
And I must say a word.
And-
I said this off mic, but Robin, like Nick could have been a dick so easily, and he super wasn't.
Yeah.
he was just like this overachieving.
Yeah, no,
pure
Nick
soul.
was
A sweet
wonderful.
cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
I
An
actually
anxious
was
cinnamon roll.
a very anxious cinnamon
Yeah.
roll. And initially, when I was writing a character for this, I was going to be a complete jerk. I was going to take a page out of Victoria Schwab's Vicious series and do like Victor Vale something. And as I was writing it, I was like, I don't feel like playing a narcissist right now.
Yeah, no, just a real brittle, smart, nice kid. I appreciated that a lot. That was a lot of fun. Oh man, yeah, I wasn't
I just
sure.
realized, by the way, why my mic was so quiet. It's because I was doing this for the, like I was.
Yeah, you were projecting. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I
man.
also really liked y'all's character voices. Other than when I am
100%.
gremlin chuckling, I don't like doing character voices, so it's really nice
Your
to
chuckle-
hear other
your
people
chuckle
do it.
Yeah, I don't really do
Chuckle
very
was
much with
everything.
character voices either. So yeah,
I try
It was.
with the character voices, but boy, it's hard.
I try slightly to vary sort of the words they choose, but like the rest is just this is how I talk.
So when I said they were
I have
watching,
no idea what I'm doing.
I feel like your characters have an individual sort of cadence to them. You know, they each talk in a somewhat different way, even if you're not doing voices. And for what it's worth, now that I have reflected on it a moment, I feel like the Nicktoons that the kids were watching back at the house must thematically have been Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Aw.
Yes!
Love it.
We were Team Avatar.
Except we
With so many firebenders.
So many firebenders. Oh, for sure, for sure. All right, well, I think we'll call it a wrap there. We can, sort of sign off for real and all here. Should this particularly ever see the light of day, I hope people enjoyed this peek behind the curtain, as it were. And I want to thank all of my players.
Dice Peak.
Dice peaks. I like that.
Perfect.
But yeah, I thank all my players for joining me to this little post game, and hope all our listeners will tune in next time. Ciao for now.
Bye.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Later, all.
Thank you, dear listeners, for listening to our Psionics One Shot. In 2 weeks, you can hear the first episode of our first campaign, Nightfall, so if you enjoyed this at all, definitely don't miss that. Nightfall is what we'll be doing for a good long while going forward, and I'm very excited for you to hear it. The songs in this episode, Theme of the Dice Punks and Fanfare for Dice Peaks, were written and recorded by our very own Samson Stryker, Drew. Cover art was by Joanne, who played the inveterate gremlin Rue. Site design and graphics for DicePunks.com are by Robin, the player for valedictorian to be Nick Noble. Psionics and the Dicepunk engine it runs on were created by Devin Oritz, whose work can be found in several places around the web, including Patreon at patreon.com/dragonsandungeons. Thanks so much for listening. If you liked what you heard, well, that's reward enough on its own, really. But if you're so inclined, you can help us out by rating and reviewing us wherever you're listening to us, telling your friends who you think would like us to give us a listen, and even by heading over to our Patreon at patreon.com/dicepunks. We have fun rewards available to backers, including a patron-only Discord and access to the Dice Peaks After Show for episodes 1 and following. Regardless, we hope you'll tune in again, and until then, remember, subtlety is for cowards.